Hi guys, my name is Benno Braxton-Smith.
And I'm Sean Martin.
And we are the co-writers of a brand new musical called So You Want to Be a Star, if you haven't heard about it. This video is just a little vlog, I guess, to let you guys know how we're going and the kind of progress we've made on it. So, thus far, we've got a first draft of the script done, and we've done a first reading of it with the fantastic Emily McKenna playing the lead female role, and we need to thank her very, very much for that.
Thank you, Em.
And Sean and I both read for it, and that went very well. We've been editing it quite incredibly heavily.
Yeah.
We're getting on our way in the songs. We're getting them written. I'm getting
the song progress. Every song already has an outline. Most of the songs already have at least a verse or two of the lyrics written, and I think all of them probably have a chorus written now.
All of them have a chorus written, and all of them have the music written, basically.
Yeah. So there's not much left to do with the music at all. Several of them are already finished. A few of them are already completely orchestrated, and we're happy to present them and say they're done. Almost, sort of. And
a lot of them are in progress, so they're still far from finished products. We still need to edit them and make them perfect, because that's what the audience deserves.
Of course.
So we thought we'd, in this vlog, just give you a bit of an outline of who the characters are, what the story's about, just so you know what to look forward to in the future. Okay, so our main protagonist is a young man named Jamie Fillmore. He's about 20 years old, he's going to university, he is not doing all that much with his life, and he's feeling quite bored. He came from a very, very well-off family and had quite a cushy childhood, so he's ended up being very, very idealistic. He lives in an apartment with his best friend. He has the most ridiculous dreams of fame and stardom. He's a dreamer, his head's up in the clouds and his feet are very, very far from the ground. And he's a romantic at heart and he's very passionate. He is a fantastic singer, but unfortunately he is an atrocious songwriter, considering his best song is about a kitchen appliance.
Our next character is Felix Verrill. Felix is this incredibly, incredibly talented songwriter who has so much natural ability. He was born gifted with songwriting. Unfortunately, however, he can't perform. It's not necessarily that he can't sing, though that's definitely a big part of it. He's just not charismatic. He doesn't have any stage presence at all. He wants to be able to be a performer. He'd love to be able to perform his own work, but he just can't, really. So he lives in the apartment with Jamie. They're actually roommates, and they have been for a long time. They've been best friends, basically.
Joint at the hip, brothers practically.
Yeah, well, yeah, they basically know everything about each other. They share a lot of interests, and then they relate to each other a lot. And you would think, having one incredible singer and one incredible songwriter, that they'd work really well together, but they never really explore that area of their lives at all. They just sort of ignore that. There's their dreams in the clouds that they don't really want to touch.
And unlike Jamie, Felix didn't come from as rich of a household. He came from a more modest household, so he's got a far more realistic view of life. And
absolutely, he's very humble. He definitely appreciates what he has and doesn't aspire to, go beyond his means at all.
Whereas Jamie is thinking, oh, this is such a bad apartment we live in. Felix is more than happy because he understands that there are people with a lot worse.
Absolutely. Next character is Carly Miller. Carly is one of my... Well, she's my favourite character in the whole show, I'm going to have to say. Yeah, him too. She lived next door to Jamie when they were growing up as children, so they knew each other from a very young age. So her father's a soldier who actually died in battle. So she lost this father figure at a young age and really had an empty place in her heart, basically, as corny as that sounds. And Jamie was there, at least from a childish perspective, to fulfill that for her. So he wasn't, at first, a love interest at all. He was just...
a man.
A man, that's right. He was just there for her. He was a friend. He was a shoulder to lean on, everything. Though, as Jamie began to fall for Carly and was obsessed about her, crazy for her, she started to feel the same way about him, but she never ever could open up about it. Because she lost her father at such a young age, she really felt very self-conscious, didn't really ever want to speak about it, she didn't want to bring it up, but
She was, I guess, she was afraid of losing the only real male figure in her life.
Yeah,
so she didn't want to risk her friendship with Jamie.
That's right. She didn't want to risk anything. She wanted to keep it the way it was, and again, like Felix, she didn't want to step beyond what she already had.
She has quite a mothering instinct over the boys, because they're both incredibly immature, but she is this kind of shining light of maturity and sensibility that comes through and kind of cancels them out and levels them out.
Absolutely, yeah.
So they together, the three of them make quite a perfect trio, but certainly with their flaws as well. Our fourth and final character is a young man named Ricky Steele, who's a two-faced, quick-tongued, quipping record producer and talent agent who is incredibly shallow and cares only about himself and making his own money. He is the antagonist of the show. He basically only cares about taking Jamie for all his worth, because, I mean, it doesn't really seem like it to the other characters, but Ricky has been a little down on his luck and he's not as rich as he'd like to be. So he notices that Jamie's very talented and decides, hey, I can make money, 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 money out of this. So, for me at least, he's one of my favourite characters, is what he does is provides a bridge between the audience and the actual show itself. So he does a lot of stuff to break the fourth wall. He talks to the audience a tiny bit, and I guess for me he's really the comic relief and really adds a bit of lightness, since his character doesn't have too many serious qualities to him.
No. Not to say that the other characters aren't funny, though, because they all do have hilarious lines in the show.
No, they are all absolutely hilarious. It is a comedy.
Yeah. Anyway, now we're going to move on to a synopsis of the show that we have scripted, so we don't sound as rambling and stupid as we just did. And yeah, so this is what the show is about, and just to give you a rundown of the plot.
Cue contemplative piano music.
That's nice.
Really nice. Who wrote this stuff? It's fantastic.
He did.
It's a great piano player. Attractive.
Alright, enough contemplative piano music there. Well. Okay, you can start again. Okay, keep going.
Keep going.
Alright. Our story begins with Jamie and Felix sitting in their apartment wasting time, as they always do. Eventually, they get to talking about their fate, destiny, and what they want in life. Felix is happy with his normal life, which reeks of mediocrity. Jamie, however, dreams of a brighter future where his name is in sparkling lights and fame is unmatched. Their lives are then turned on their heads when Carly tells them about a musician's showcase for singer-songwriters. Jamie rushes out and applies as soon as he can.
A few nights later at the concert, during a lapse of morality to be honest, he decides to steal one of Felix's songs for himself and act as if it's his own. Due, on the most part, to Felix's quality songwriting, Jamie is picked up by Ricky, the charismatic record producer and talent agent. He is then whisked straight to the top with the stars and the bigwigs, making big bucks and big impressions.
However, he struggles to balance his deep insecurities, his friendships, and his newfound fame, leading to his isolation from the two most important people in his life, Felix and Carly.
From there, a powerful story of love, friendship, betrayal, and gay chicken unfolds as Jamie struggles to choose between a quiet yet love-filled life and the lonely life of a rock star.
Thank you for watching. Obviously there's more to the show, but we don't want to spoil the ending or anything like that for you. Feel free to follow the links in the description to hear some of the songs that we've recorded from the musical.
And also keep an eye on our channels for more updates. We'll be doing vlogs quite often, and we'll let you guys know when our next public reading will be.
That's right, yeah. So hopefully the next reading will be open to the public, and you can come along and at least have a hear what the show's going to be about, hear the songs.
Give us your 2 cents.
That's right. Or $5, $20, we'll take donations.
$50, whatever you want. So yeah, keep an eye on it.
$10 million!
Yeah, so keep an eye out for, more updates, vlogs, news, and general shenanigans, I guess. Okay, so bye.
Thanks for watching.